Hello Lolas, welcome back to my channel guys. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click the bell to be a part of the notification squad. And guys, you can follow me under Miss Serenity Smith on Facebook and also on Instagram as Miss Serenity Smith Babies. Don't forget to go click follow on those platforms too if you have those accounts over there. So today I have a different lineup, and I thought this would be kind of cool for me to share. So right off the bat, if I had to pick my, what is this, my top five out of my full bodies that I would say that I interact with the most, or that I have an emotional connection to more so. I do have other babies that there's one other baby that I was toggling because it's an off and on thing for me with that particular baby, but I decided not to put that baby in this mix because I wanted to just go off of my without really overthinking it and just grab the babies and put them over here. I have a few other ones that I could probably do a video with, the ones that I'm kind of like each baby I gravitate towards for different reasons, some for multiple reasons, and I'll kind of get into that. And I would love to maybe see you do your videos and show your babies and why they are completely special to you, and kind of rank them. It's hard to rank your babies because I think a lot of us feel like we're putting down the sculptor or the artist, or it's disrespectful or whatever. But the point is that if they're in your collection, you bought it, you love it, you haven't sold it, so I don't see why anyone should get offended. So let me start. I'm gonna start from left to right, and so I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna go across. Okay, so the first baby, I'm gonna first just introduce them all. The first baby I named Jasmina. She is a Jasmine sculpt by Kathy Romero Biscuiti, from Silicone Studio, the number 2. This baby is Hudson. I named him Micah. He is Hudson by Lori Sullivan Roy from LR Designs. And this baby name is Leela. Her sculpt name is Leela, and she's from Melanie Hess Dolls. This baby I named Joy Araya, and Joy Araya is the Shelby sculpt by Jennifer Costello. Something with a Jennifer D. Costello. So I can't pronounce the middle name, the hyphenated name, but anyway, it's Jennifer Costello Shelby. And this one is Nori, and oh my god, so Nori is Nori Brielle, and she is by Jennifer Sussman Price and from Silicone Studio. And this is the only cuddle baby over here because I wanted to put my favorite cuddle baby at the moment, and this is Sky by Kathy Romero Biscuiti, but the hands are from Kathy, and then the feet are from Melanie Hess. Now, real quick, just to be clear, I do have another cuddle that probably would have been on this with this baby, which is my Emmy cuddle, but that is not a real true cuddle. That was just a practice head, so I didn't want to confuse people to go looking for it. But Emmy is in a full body, but otherwise she would have definitely been on this panel. So I'm gonna do my cuddle babies next. I'm gonna rank my cuddle babies, and some of these, the way that I rank them has to do with their softness, cuddliness, their sculpting, and my painting. So it's like a combination of things, and some is just, sometimes you just gravitate towards a baby and you just don't know, or they're just familiar. Okay, So from left, Jasmina is my number one baby because of the way she feel, her size, and I did like the way her painting came out. Minus the fact that I do feel like I did too much red. The red in the palms are too red, and the bottom of her feet, even though preemies tend to a lot of times be very red and they have a lot of red in them, I just felt like that was just too much for me, if I be honest. So that kind of took away from her painting, but overall she's like my favorite girl. Just like I said, it's like a combination of things. I really love her size. I prefer her with a pacifier, but I love, you know, she just flow nicely. I just think she's one of my favorites. Now these three in the middle, I kind of struggled. I kept flip-flopping. I had Leela here, and then I had Hudson there, and then I had one time I had Shelby over somewhere in here too. But I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so for me with Hudson, his silicone, the feeling of his silicone is amazing, hand down. It's very unique. And I think he posed amazing. So I love that. Another thing that draws me to this baby is that he reminds me of my Uncle Joe. And so I just, you know, and I love the way his painting turned out on him. And it's more important to me because I was struggling with him, and I didn't know, you know, it was just because the silicone's soft, and I was just like, I hope I don't mess him up. And then he just turned out to be one of my absolute favorite, like, paintings. Like, I can lay him in a room and, you know, have him posed, and he just looked like a real baby. So his coloring I really liked the way his coloring came out. So he is like my number two, I think, even though I don't interact with him as much. He is still my number two. Then Leela, I love her softness. I love her sculpting. Hands down, I am big on feet and hands, and her ears are nice. I feel like her features in her face are very, you know, well defined. And I don't know if I'm saying this right because I'm not a sculptor, but this is just me from a collector standpoint. I loved the actual sculpting of like her body. It's like amazing. Like she has the most perfect body. She really do. And that's the thing. If I line the babies up towards in order of sculpting, I think the order would change a little bit, and that's where I think I kind of was struggling back and forth. So love her hands and feet, best hands and feet, I think. Well, you know what? Jasmina has a nice hands and feet, but they're small. I really, yeah, so I really, really like Leela. And I do like the way that she turned out. And it's funny because I'll get into that another time. So that's Leela. Leela, I love for her softness. I love that the way that her coloring turned out and her sculpting. Her sculpting just, I loved it. For first full body baby, I'm just really like in awe. And then Shelby, the reason why I love Shelby is not my traditional body style that I normally like, but I love seeing her in clothes. I love the way that she looks like a real baby, like when you pose her like in sitting positions and stuff like in the boppies and in the car seat or strollers or whatever, she just have that I'm a newborn baby look. And I think her face is sweet. She has beautiful sculpted ears. I love her feet, even though they're not out. I love her feet as well. So for me, and I think her painting came out pretty good. So for me, with her, and she's super soft. For me, it was just like the overall, she just kind of gives me something different, and I just feel like she's just very special baby, because it's something that I wouldn't traditionally collect as far as the body style with the scrunch legs. I'm just weird like that, but I find I actually really like it, and it is super realistic because babies are in this position like most of the time, more so than the way that I kind of like my babies. See, these babies, I like them because they can stretch out, but they also can go, if I want to make them go froggy or in that position, I can do it, but it's not fixed. So that's the difference. So anyway, so those there. Nori, you guys know, she will forever be a classic for me. I really just love Nori's size. I love that even though she's preemie, she has a pretty big head, and I love the shape of her head. I love Nori because she's just little. She's floppy. She's highly posable. I love the way that her painting turned out. To me, she's just Nori. The Nori sculpt itself is just a winner. It's just a classic. It'll never get old to me. That's just what Nori is. And then for me with Sky, I love that how I mixed her up, but she doesn't photograph well on camera. And even though, like I told you guys, I did make a little bit of a boo-boo on her, which actually looks pretty realistic to, real babies. But I absolutely love the way she turned out overall, and the body and that she's on. She's like my most cuddly baby, and she just feels so amazing to hold. Like, if I needed to just hold a baby and feel like I'm rocking a baby, this would be the one. Hands down, she's the most cuddly baby in here. But that face, her face, the sculpting in her face is just amazing. She's absolutely a beautiful baby. The Sky sculpt, I'm gonna paint it again, and I'm painting in a different skin tone just because. But I love, like I said, I love the way she turned out, but I want to paint her again because I just love that face. I think that we don't get a lot of like subtle faces that's not just over dramatically like doing something, and those are okay, but I like just a resting, serene face. And I think that she gives that, and I just want to I'm gonna paint that one again for sure. In fact, I may order it today, and I keep saying I'm gonna order it and then I don't get to it, but I think I'm gonna make sure I order it today. So that is my lineup. These are the top ones out of my silicone collection that I feel like I interact with these the most. And Leela just got here because she's a prototype, and I am not finished rooting her and stuff, but I feel like I've actually interacted with this baby more than a lot of my babies that's been here for a while, and that's why I'm just like, I don't think I want to sell her. So this is my personal collection as of now. You may not see babies in here because they're sold. But I do have another baby that's in my possession that I truly love, but I can't share that one with y'all just yet. But hang tight, it's coming. So yeah, I actually have two that, well, I'm gonna say one because I don't know what the final results is gonna be on my other one, but I really like that one too. But yeah, so I just thought I would, like I said, I thought I would do this. I am, a lot of people might think I'm a very picky collector, but I'm not as picky as people think. I like what I like, and that's just it. I'm not a person, I've never been a name brand chaser or someone that has to spend XYZ amount of money to feel like something is elite or whatever. And I'm talking about just me personally for clothes, this and other. I do like quality things though. For the most part, you probably, I have what I think my grandmother used to say, you got champagne taste with a beer wallet. That would be me. I do. So I think out of all of them that's up here though, when it comes to the silicone itself, I think they're all a really nice soft silicone, and I love the feel of all of them. But I will say these two have like that like marshmallowy silicone, so it's, you know, it's definitely different. And my Jasmina is probably a special case, because she's just one that Kathy poured for me. But even the one before that, the prototype, it was like super soft, and just, it was, I loved the way it felt. So which is like my Lila. My Lila is more like my prototype of the Jasmina, the Jasmine Skull. She's super soft, and her pour. The thing I will say about Lila and Jasmina is their pour was like super smooth. Like, but I also will say that the babies that I choose to paint, and you see me paint frequently, are babies that I don't have to do a lot of work with. All of these babies, I was able to easily just give a general wash, wipe down, and paint. It wasn't like I gotta do all this extreme stuff that I hear a lot of people saying that they have to do, spraying it down with a special spray, putting them in the dishwasher, boiling them, all of this stuff that I hear, like a lot of stuff that people do. Pretty much all of the silicones that I've painted, with the exception of maybe two, and I don't have them here or in my collection at all, and I've never painted or bought again from those. I feel like is an easy prep. So just FYI for the painters out there. But so I think, it's safe to say that from any of these sculptors, pours, I would probably buy again. But with every transaction, I feel like you have to treat it as an individual transaction, because my experience may not be yours and yours may not be mine. And these are handmade one by one, so it's not factory made. So it's not like, if I bought one, you're gonna get the same exact pour as what I got. You know what I mean? Like a factory doll, they run them through, boom, 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 same exact formula. Everything is like exact. So that's the difference in between silicone and vinyl, and a lot of people, I don't think, really understand that, wholeheartedly, and give the grace in between the two, that they are handmade. Sometimes I'll get a silicone and it may have a little ding, or maybe even a little what somebody might call a little bit of a tear, like in the crease of the arm, or in a seam, not a seam, yeah, like one of the creases or something. I don't know, maybe the sculptor did a repair. And none of these, by the way, had that issue. I'm just saying in general. And I may just fix it really quick. And that was a question that came up by someone, is like, do you fix it, or do you, basically complain to the person you bought it from? If it's not something drastic that I don't feel like it's going to fix itself throughout the painting process or something like that, then yeah, I would reach out to the sculptor, because of course I don't want to get something, I don't even want to work on it, and then it's not going to, I'm not going to be able to get the results that I expect to get out of it. But I have not received a raggedy kit to date. I think people know better than to send me that. But not that I would just like, and I'm not one of those people, I'll tell you this, I'm not one of those people that's gonna run and make a whole video and put that person on blast. I would, like an adult, talk to that sculptor, artist, whatever, you know, personally, and try to resolve it like an adult should, between ourselves. And if it's resolved, we don't have to hear about it again. It's those issues where I feel like some people feel like they do have to go to the media, and I do appreciate those people when they have a situation that could not be resolved between the two parties, and it's almost like it becomes more of like a scam type thing or really bad service, that type situation. You know, I'm not frowning on people for that. I'm just saying, you know, general stuff I think people can handle amongst, you know, each other. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. This is actually a really long video, but I have other babies that I absolutely love. Oh, I just thought about my other cuddle, but I think, because I forgot about Demi, but he's so big. He's huge. Demi is another baby that I absolutely love, but I feel like still to date, these are the top babies that I gravitate towards and I bother. I dress Demi and leave Demi alone. Like, but I think once Demi hair gets fully rooted, it might change. Anyway, that is it. Leave me a comment below, and yeah, I would say let me know which baby you like the most out of these up here, but it doesn't really matter as much. But if you want to, that's fine. But definitely, I think we all subconsciously have our favorites in our collection. A lot of people are like, I can't pick a favorite. I think we can. We just don't want to admit to it. It almost feel like we're being offensive to the other babies, and that's not true. It's okay for us to have our favorites, because I tell you what, this might be my top favorites right now. It changes sometime, and then also at the same time, all my babies that I have in my collection I love, and I wouldn't get rid of for the life of me. And so, and the other baby that I was toggling, I'm not gonna get into that. I'll do that in a separate video. Anyway, bye.